My son and I visit the Hoosier Valley Railroad Museum every chance we get.
Hello.
Where are you?
At the top in the caboose.
In top in the caboose? Where is that? The cupola?
Yes.
Where are you riding?
North Judson's trains.
North Judson's trains, huh?
Yeah.
That's very good. Are you excited?
I got my own ticket.
Got your own ticket? Cool. Let's look out the window. What do you see out there?
Cars in the museum. Lots of cars and the train museum. I know one safety rule.
What is that?
Never get down from your seat while the train is moving.
And why is that?
Because if you do, you might fall and break a leg.
That's possible,
Or
huh?
an arm.
Oh, that'd be
Or your
bad.
head.
Wow. That's bad.
That's all.
Let's make sure everybody's prepared for the bump.
It was a little warm this day, but the Hoosier Valley Railroad Museum promptly coupled the power to our train.
Oh, he's good.
What do you think about that corner?
That's fun.
Is that fun? What do you do? All you do is couple it up.
I wish we got to ride in the engine.
Yeah, they're hooking it up.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I'd like to ride in the engine too. The locomotive for today's train is Erie Lackawanna 310. This locomotive was originally built for the Erie Railroad in 1947. Through merger, it became Erie Lackawanna number 310 in 1960. The locomotive was donated to the museum in 1997, and prompt restoration took it back to its 1960 glory. As we leave the yard in North Judson, one can see a number of waiting restoration projects. The museum has worked on a number of freight cars in order to provide photo freight opportunities. The building in the background is the locomotive shop building. This is where the Chesapeake and Ohio 2789, as well as all the other locomotives, are kept in good condition out of the weather. As we leave North Judson, headed for Crosse, approximately 10 miles north, we traverse the old Chesapeake and Ohio main line. This main line used to run between Chicago and Cincinnati, Ohio.
Stop.
Even though the trip is only a short 10 miles, it can be a little bit trying for the young ones at times. The scenery along the line is typical of what's found in northern Indiana. In the spring and summer, beautiful deciduous trees can be found along with the farm fields of northern Indiana. Arriving in La Crosse, Indiana, we cross State Road 8, also known as Main Street. This is a fairly interesting grade crossing built on a very tight curve. The whistle stop for La Crosse is just a few hundred feet past this grade crossing. The train slows and allows passengers to get off in the park setting. Once all passengers are off, the train proceeds just a little bit further north to the Wellsboro Branch Y. This is where the train turns and prepares for the return trip back to North Judson. This is a typical tourist train consist for the Hoosier Valley Railroad Museum. The open-air flat car is a new addition for the 2007 season and is quite popular among the tourists.
Which car are you going to be riding in next?
The train has now turned itself on the Wellsboro Y and is returning to the whistle stop in the La Crosse Town Park.
Well, you go ahead and get on that stool then. We're sitting in the open car in this stool. The gentleman sitting in that stool is our seat. And he should know. Right, Paige?
There is rumor that the town of La Crosse is planning on building a library very close to where the cameraman is standing. This library will also serve as a tourist destination for the Hoosier Valley Railroad Museum and the town of La Crosse. The track here at the station is jointed rail that's in decent shape. As you will soon see, however, there is welded rail on a good portion of this line. The reason for this has to do with Amtrak's original route for the Kentucky Cardinal, which used to traverse this line. While it's still in operation, the Kentucky Cardinal now uses the Monon's line from Chicago down into Monon and through Lafayette. At the speeds permitted by this welded rail, it's not long before we're back in the yards at North Judson.
Huh?
I wish Hunter was here and he didn't get to go in it.
Well, he didn't come with us, did he?
No, because he hates it.
Too bad.
He was there on all the fun.
Too bad. Hey, look over here, look. There's Joe.
We got a special trip on this day.
Driving.
We got invited up into the cab as the crew switched the train in the yard so that it could be put away for the evening. Joe Kingsbury, the engineer on today's train, handles it like a pro. Todd Flanagan, the conductor on today's train, makes sure that everything runs smoothly.
One Cardinal. Okay, that'll do it.
The train has just crossed over from the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad to the Erie Main Line. The train is now backing down towards the station, which is built on the Erie Main Line. At one point, this was a very major yard with many more tracks than are visible today. As you can see, more equipment awaits restoration. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the ride on the Hoosier Valley Railroad Museum's line. I recommend that you come out and try it at least once. As with any museum, there's always something new to see.